Do that, do. Yeah. Beep bop beep bop bada bo. Beep bop bada bo. Bim bum bum bada bo. Bim bum bum bada bo. Bum bum bada bo. Sweet. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Is anyone out there? Hey, give me a hello in the chat. Tonight it's an open panel, so I will post a link in 1 minute. However, if no one comes and joins, I'm just going to swap to and obviously that, you know, if the users prefer as well, I will also swap to direct streaming where I can play with my tools. La 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 la. Right, there we go. So somebody's watching, so if that somebody's you, put something in the chat. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. Hello, hello.
Can you hear me? Is this thing actually working?
Yeah, it's working, man. I can hear you fine. How's it going?
Oh, I can't complain. How about yourself, man?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good to hear. Good to hear. How was work?
It was all right. I had to go to the dentist today, and they did a root canal.
Oh, that's so. I love going to the dentist for root canals.
Oh, mate, and well, because I had an infected nerve in my tooth like last week, and I was struggling.
And to finally get in there and get it the fuck out was relief, huh?
Well, the thing is, she drilled into my tooth, right, and she removed 2 of the nerves, and then she sealed it up and everything. And afterwards, she was like, she showed me a fake tooth, and it sort of shows you the inside of one.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was saying that there's like 3 to 4 nerves in every tooth.
Right.
She could only find 2, and she didn't want to go any deeper or something.
Oh no.
She removed 2, and she was like, "Oh, you know, it could flare up again. You could have problems." So we'll have to see.
Oh shit.
But mate, honestly, British dentists are terrible. You probably know.
Well, I mean, as an American, we've seen y'all's teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the running joke on this side of the rock.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone's teeth are bad. Don't get me wrong. There's some people in the UK with good teeth, and you know, it's just you're going to pay ridiculous money for it. And the services that are available to the general people, it's really bad. The waiting times. I mean, even like if I go private, it's not great.
Yeah, that's what a lot of my friends from that side of the rock say about, you know, have the government do it for you, all this other crap. Even my friends up north of the border, right? They even talk about, you know, it seems that even with our paid healthcare over here, it's still the same shit, right? You know, at least in my opinion, you know, I've had people, you know, I went and had at one point I had braces, right? and you know, I had them as an adult,
right?
And you know,
I had them as a teenager.
Yeah, and they kept breaking, and the dentist was like, "Oh, you must be doing something wrong," and all this other. And I'm like, "Look, bro, I work on computers for a living. I like carrots. That's the hardest thing I really like besides apples, right? And you told me not to eat those without cutting them up, and the carrots you told me to boil them, right?
To make them soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so either you're wrapping the wire too tight, or something else is wrong here, you know. And he got a little rough with me one day, and I started laughing at him, right? And he looks at me, he's, "Why are you laughing?" Because that's the only thing that's keeping me from kicking your ass right now, right? You've disrespected me multiple times. You're sitting here hurting me. I told you you're hurting me, and you're still doing it, right? You know, yeah. It takes like, dude, it takes like three good jabs of that Novocaine or whatever the hell's in the syringe, to freaking make my stuff numb.
Yeah, man. Right? I sometimes ask for extra injections to numb the pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And any work on teeth is not good. But when I was younger, luckily, at one point, I had this private dental healthcare through a workplace that I was working at, and luckily, like I just had this brilliant, like probably one of the best dentists in the country or something. It cost it was like a lot of money, but I had £500 free, you know, to pay for some of it. So I paid a few £100 on top.
Yeah.
He did a load of work, and basically, like, he was really good, because at the time I had a phobia of dentists. I hadn't been to the dentist for like 7-8 years or something ridiculous. And so he fixed my teeth up, and after he worked on my teeth, I didn't have to go to the dentist again for years. But obviously, like, as you get old, you know, the problems start coming back, and you realize you've got to go, you've got to pay money, you look after your teeth, like.
Bro, and as you get older and older, it doesn't matter how much money you put, how much fluoride you put in there, how much, you know, enamel building, all of that.
Yep.
The body's going to fall apart.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah. So yeah, man. So you work in IT then?
Oh, I don't answer questions.
Fair enough. No, you mentioned it earlier, like.
Yeah. So I am. I've done everything from IT for healthcare to IT for casinos to IT for wood plants, you know, like sawmills and shit.
All right.
You know, I've been everything from help desk, you know, a phone jockey basically, right? At one point you were calling me at Microsoft, right? And I was the phone jockey that answered your Windows questions after you paid money to talk to me. Right.
People did that.
Yeah. No,
I'm sure they did, but yeah, fair enough.
Oh my gosh, man. You wouldn't believe how many people I got to talk to that's like, I just paid $1,000 for this damn computer and I had to pay to talk to you. Sir, I understand. But now that you got me, my job is to fix whatever issue you got. So we can be 10 minutes, we can be 10 hours. You know, if it's on the 10-minute side, I might try to go, you know, I'll at least come back and, you know, call the place back, you know, the credit side of this thing and tell them, hey, you know, his issue really wasn't something that we can charge for, because we did have a list of things that is like, if it's these fine, narrow box things, basically, you don't charge for it, send them back and get them a refund. Right.
Well, when did you get into coding? Like, how old were you when you got?
8.
Was it quite young? Like, yeah,
8. So that
how
was almost. Now,
I'm asking.
That was 41 years ago.
Blimey! Right, okay. Was it then like assembly or something?
No, actually, it was. So, did y'all have Radio Shack over there?
I mean, the name Radio Shack is a typical like term that I've heard of. Okay. But,
you know, as much as I watch around the world, I still don't know a lot of different things about, you know, the rest of the globe, right?
Yeah, sure. So
you know, I know because I went to Seoul that they have McDonald's over there, right? And it was funny because when I went to Seoul, they wanted to all the people that I went to meet, they wanted to take me out to McDonald's, and I'm like, look, guys, I didn't fly halfway around the world to go eat at McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Is that a luxury to you guys? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, great. You know, I don't mind eating in your local business cafe, right? And the building that I went to, they had in the basement of it, they had a kitchen that, you know, you'd walk through with your lunch tray, and, you know, just you point at what you want to eat, right? Well, they took me down there to this thing, and everybody's like sipping soup and, you know, just carrying on and everything like that. And my white ass walked in there and everybody stopped. And I was like, hey, we're not fixing to get attacked, are we? And they're like, no, they've just never seen a customer down here. I was like, tell them I'm unique and that I wanted to come experience life as what life is, right? I didn't want to see, you know, smoke and mirrors of what life could be, right? And all of a sudden, everybody started coming over asking questions, and, you know, it was a really unique and I was really happy that I chose to not go eat at McDonald's or go eat at their 5-star restaurant. Well, we did that for dinner, but, you know, to, you know, stay within the company and try to meet the people that were actually working.
Right.
You know, so, and my first actual language wasn't assembly. It was basic.
Basic. Yeah. I was going to say something like that.
Yeah. On the Trash 80 from Radio Shack.
Get your own one. Sorry, my missus just walked in. Bear with.
I need this one.
No, this one's my one. Why do I want to do this?
The battery is changing.
Oh.
I know where it is. Thanks.
Well, we're going to fill up the dead air while he's taking care of his side of the situation.
Yeah. No, what it is sorry, I've just been interrupted in the room.
No, don't. Shit. The missus comes before all this other bullshit. We can sit here and wait. I will make strange noises until you're done.
So, yeah, no, she's just left the room now because what it is, we've got these 2 remote controls to control the lights, the colors of the lights.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the battery's gone on the one in the other room, so she wants my one because she dims it down before we put our daughter to bed, read her a book and what have you.
Yeah, mate. Shit. Like I said, I know where I stand in those kind of things, right? On the outside looking in. So I'm not even one of those guys that's going to be like, oh my God, he made me late because he had to talk to his wife about a remote control for his kid. Heaven forbid, right? That life happens.
Because you were mid-flow, we were in mid-flow conversation, then obviously that happened. Yeah, you know, I was just saying sorry. But, you know,
no. Brother, no need to apologize to me. And if you have to apologize to anybody for taking care of your family, for whatever little small thing it may be, or even huge thing it may be, that person is wrong for making you feel that way.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, respect.
You know.
So, yeah,
I'm a guest.
I've been watching your channel for a long time, man. I've been I must have been subscribed to you for a few years now. Occasionally, like I just jump in there and, you know, keep an eye on what you've been doing on your live stream. You've always got something going on. So obviously, what made you go to Rust or Go then? I guess would be my next question.
Go.
Or have you been through lots of languages? Like, do you know like other languages as well?
Yeah. So I learned C++, probably at 20-ish. Yeah, somewhere around there. And then I picked up PHP along the way. Then I did Node.js and C# like you're doing, right? At one point, it was it was .NET 1.0. Yeah, it wasn't even Linux yet. Linux was still a virus on the computers, as far as Microsoft was concerned. Yeah, so it and as much as I trash Microsoft, they paid my bills for a lot of years. Right?
Really? Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. It's always breaking, and nobody knows how to set up a server. So.
Yeah. I was going to say most servers, well, I guess Microsoft did have Microsoft Server, didn't they? But most servers that run the internet are Linux based anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, most of them are, right? Most of them are. The only thing that I think that Microsoft half-ass got right was their Active Directory, right?
Right.
You know, over in the Linux world, it's Samba or whatever the hell it is. LDAP, basically, right? But, you know, when you're working in the corporate world, you know, Microsoft did a really good job of like cornering that market, if you will, monopolizing it with the computer vendors, right? And you know, nobody ever took Linux as a serious threat, and now everybody's like, oh, Windows 11,
Microsoft jump ship.
yeah, Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
And I'm one of those guys. As soon as the CEO was like, quit calling it Microsoft, I was like, hey, it's Microsoft, and it's been Microsoft since homie.
Windows 8.
So
yeah, Windows 8 was an epic fail, to be fair.
Oh, completely. We weren't ready for touch screens yet.
That reminds me. So you know, I showed you that software that I'd vibe coded. Like, so the ones that are on my GitHub, they're not fully vibe coded. They're like me and AI working. You know,
actually trying to figure out the language and work your way
through it. Yeah, sort of me. I've done a lot of work on the app myself, and it's very customized for Avalonia. You can kind of tell it's not like it's got a file menu. It just looks old school and everything. You know what I mean? Whereas
I love the 3.1.1 look and the Windows 95 look, bro. I always love those things, man.
Like if you've seen the Protes app that's on my GitHub, that one's proper old school because it's coded in an old version of Net. Because I was, I had an old version installed on my computer, and when I started again, I didn't even look into it or update anything. I was just like, "Yep, let's just code an app." So I made this app, and I was like, and everyone was like, "Why have you coded it in a really old version?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm still learning the language. Just want to make sure,
Right. Well, I mean, see, here's the thing, right? So, once upon a time, I was a digital security expert, right? And what that means is I made the made the computer that you took the coax cameras and plugged it into before there were IP cameras, right? And I coded a remote update system, right? It was in .NET, and it was in Visual Basic, right?
Yeah.
And, we got it all. I got it all done. Mine worked, right? And then they were like, the sales team and everybody that really shouldn't have had say in any of this, wanted it coded in like C#, right? And, I told him, I was like, look, I just spent all this time actually coding this thing, actually getting it working, right? And my software updates, it doesn't break anything. It updates through the proper channels, right? I talked with the original developers of the DVR software to make sure, I wouldn't break anything. I had a direct line to one of the head programmer.
Yeah.
Right. So I could come and ask him, hey, man, this is what I'm planning on doing. And he's like, well, watch out here, here, and here. Okay, great. I will. Hey, man, I got it working. You want to see it? Yeah, send it to me. Right. Well, because it was written in Visual Basic, which was taboo, right? It wasn't a real programming language, is what the guy said. And I says,
I think Visual Basic actually is the first thing I ever made a UI in.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah.
So that's exactly how I built this program, right? I built the UI, drag and dropped all the UI components out there, and then I wired them up to do shit, right? Yeah. And I thought it was the coolest thing that I could just like drag and drop all this crap, test the program visually, not for any kind of like actual do anything type stuff, but I could click through and make sure that my transitions were right, shit like that. And I found it such I felt it, the completion of the project was so good for me until they wanted to start railing me on what language I chose. Right.
Yeah,
and it was like,
that reminds me of like, when I was on computers when I was a lot younger, like Windows 98 or Windows Millennium, I think I had at one point as well. Yeah. And I think then I programmed my first ever little app, and it would just be like a pop-up, with some text, and you could press OK. and then it would just be like an annoying app that would load 100 pop-ups or something stupid.
Yeah.
You know, I was like a kid. And then I was doing something in Visual Basic, you know, where like you say, you throw in UI elements and then you sort of link things or put bits of code behind or whatever. I can't remember, but it was a long time ago. And then for me, I got into Unity briefly and did a bit of C#. I was going to say, you see on the screen here, this is a vibe coded app that I did, and what it does is if you've got virtual cable installed, or there's a program called VB Cable as well.
Yeah. I use it.
Right. Okay.
I used to use it. I'm all Linux now, so.
Fair enough. So what this can do is it can pick a virtual line, and I can enable broadcast, and then I could insert my desktop audio, for instance,
into that line.
And that's like a device loopback. And then I could insert my microphone, and then I could change my mic input on here on StreamYard to you know, and I could play music and it would come through as one input.
Mm-hmm. This little vibe coded thing right here, this audio router, will be better for you than Voicemeeter.
Yeah,
and the reason I say that is Voicemeeter, you got to learn their way of thinking, right? And over here in this vibe code, you're vibe coding the way you think audio should work, right? So there's a less, you know, there's a less of a learning curve in it, right? There's still, you know, you still got to figure out audio and timing and all this other shit, which is a whole nother issue. But, you know, this is cool, right? And that's what, I don't know why the hell I showed up on your stream the other day again. You know, it was just something I was like, I haven't seen that. I haven't been on that dude's stream in a minute. Let's go over here and check him out. Right. And, you know, because I get wrapped up in my own world, right? You know, especially since this vibe coding bullshit has come about, right?
Thank you for coming over.
Oh no, man. It was, I was talking to you about you to my business partner about, you know, what you were doing and, you know, how you were setting up your own, you know, basically it's, you're currently working on your own bot rigs or your own chat system, right? And I found it really interesting that you had your slot machine, you had your duel, you had your, you know, you had a way, you know, even that I was like, create an issue, right? You already have that. That's called an idea, right?
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I had to remind myself is I come from a corporate world, right? Where it has to be multi-user, it has to be protected. You have to have administrators, you have to have, you know, all this other have to, right? And it was so, once it snapped in my head watching your stream, it was like, oh, I mean, it was the not needing all that extra bullshit was nice to just see. Right. Look, I'm not trying to give this to all my friends. And even if I do, it'll work on just their, you know, your username. I'm not trying to build a website to, you know, let everybody use this feature or any of that kind of stuff. Right. And the fact that we could throw things into the chat and see reaction on the screen was fucking amazing. Right.
Oh, nice one. Yeah. Sound. Because to be fair, like I saw. I mean, I've been watching a few different vibe coders online, and there's one vibe coder, and he's got a slot machine. And I thought, right, I wonder if I could do that myself. Like, is it easy enough to do? You know, so obviously I did it. But then I thought, what else could I add? I could add like a load more other things, and I've been working on it today. Obviously, I had it on screen a minute ago.
Yeah.
I can bring it back on in a minute if you want. I can probably even test it while we're here because I can actually run virtual camera. So there's me. 2 seconds, actually.
I don't even know where the hell my camera is, bro. I usually, if I'm going to do that, I jump on with...
See, this is virtual camera on OBS now. I see it.
Yeah. That was the other thing that I was looking at was your OBS. Holy shit, all the web overlays and stuff, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be one thing that I'll highly recommend just from years of using OBS is try to get yourself down to one web page
Right.
It's not going to happen to
Yeah,
one, right? But try to everything that you can get.
One overlay rather than lots of different widgets or lots of different overlays.
Yeah, because each time you put a web page in there, you're opening up a new Chrome tab, basically a Chromium tab. Right. And you basically you'll start running into issues with the with memory, right? And then you'll have, not only that, you could have weird issues where it worked just a second ago and now the fucker don't work now. Excuse my language, sorry.
No, you're good. No
but
problem.
It's that kind of thing, right? So trust but verify, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's
never
interesting, because I wasn't sure, like, what's is it, how many could you actually have, or is it an issue to have lots? And also I was thinking about earlier, I actually I did something earlier. I don't know if I can just 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You can. I don't think you can see it full screen, can you? Or no.
What am I looking for?
I'm trying to make me full screen. Like, see, I'm like a block in the middle. Anyway.
So what resolution is your OBS outputting that?
1080p. It's not that. It's just, this is a virtual camera.
Yeah, but the virtual camera has resolution outputs on it too, as well, man.
How does it?
If I missed anybody, it's Dodge 6969. Cheers. So your virtual camera can actually have different settings. So like if it's the OBS virtual camera, you should have like the gear off to the right, or it'll be in settings, like in settings on it, right? Where you can muck with it.
Program default. Bear with. Settings, video. Output scaled 1920 times 1080. It should be. Check the output.
And
yeah, I think it should be 1080. I think it's just a StreamYard thing.
Yeah, StreamYard is So
you see there, you see on full screen there, technically on full screen in 2 sizes, you know what I mean? I think maybe it's because you're on the screen. But anyway, one of the things that I developed today, if you can sort of see it, I know it's tiny, but I can extend the leaderboard.
Oh, nice.
I might have to refresh it, actually. 2 seconds.
Oh, the other thing, are you using WebSockets on your interfaces? To do your, go ahead.
In terms of what? In terms of
like your data transfers between the web page and the actual program, the back end.
I think so. Yeah, it uses a Signal IR, whatever that is.
Signal IR, huh?
Yeah. Google that.
Yeah, for real, mate. That's exactly what I'm actually doing. Signal IR is a free and open source allows server code to send asynchronous notifications to client side by the web application. Okay, so it's the ASP.
Yeah.
It's an ASP type.
Does that answer the question that you were asking, though? I'm not sure if it does, but hopefully that's kind of what you mean.
So it is actually Signal IR and WebSocket. Signal IR uses the new WebSocket transport. I love that. It's not new.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Where available and falls back to older transports when necessary. So in Microsoft way, right? If the primary way that we want to go doesn't work, we're going to fall back to something else. So yeah, no, that answers the question. So that's what because like over in Go, they call them WebSockets, and basically like you were asking me how I use the Botrix thing.
Yes, because I've just installed Botrix. You'll see he's successfully joined the channel. Possibly, I don't know if you see it, but he has. I think I've set up some timed messages for like every 45 minutes or every whatever it was. Can't remember. I've turned off the one that's put on all the the commands on the actual direct stream, just because I'm not direct streaming at the moment.
Yeah,
but, I couldn't.
The thing I liked about it was multi-channel.
I couldn't.
I'm having a delay.
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah, I couldn't seem to find on Bottrix the API, like a way to link it so that I could use. I don't know. I'm trying to think like a way of reading the chat or something, or a way of linking to Bottrix or something to send back commands. Maybe I'm thinking it's of it the wrong way around. It does say somewhere in the documentation that you can do it, but it also says you might have to join the Discord channel and speak to somebody or something about it.
No, you don't.
So I looked all through the.
Let me rephrase that. Bottrix has a better community on Discord than a lot of communities that I've had it ever gotten with, right? You know, because I mean, hell, you're talking to a dude that used to, you know, ASL and AOL chat rooms, man. So, you know,
I used to do it on MIRC, mate.
Oh, Jesus. There you go.
Do you remember MIRC? Did you ever use that?
Bro. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, I had scripts.
So
you know those.
I've got my own. In fact, I'm going to show you. So I used to make scripts for IRC when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm talking back in the 90s or the early 2000s, probably whenever it was, you know, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
I've still got them. I've still got a couple of them somewhere. And I figured something out. Like I figured something amazing out with scripts, like this tiny little bit of code that you could effectively control somebody else like a bot. Or at least what you could do is you could inject, like you could send them code, hide it from them, like load it into their scripts, and then sort of control their computer or them from your end.
Do you ever remember a program called GetRight?
No, but
so GetRight was a program that allowed you to resume downloads back in the day, right? And you know, right. Some of those IRC channels you could download literally whatever you wanted, right? Like literally.
Yeah, people used to host these file servers.
Yeah, those XDCC.
Yeah.
Think of a script that used to go in there and listen to all of the advertisements from those bots, and then would give you a UI that you could click through. A family member of mine wrote the damn thing. I just tested the shit out of it.
Old IRC scripts. I've just found a folder. Yeah, let me show you.
Oh hell, those would probably be fun to actually throw into Vibe and go, what do you think about this?
Yeah, mate. One or two of them had back doors in as well. So because I built them in. Yeah. And I did it so that I could lend people my scripts, or even I could like run a script on another computer and then just use it like a bot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me ask you another question. Do you know what 5M is?
What is, sorry?
5M?
5M. In what contexts?
Video games.
No.
GTA video game.
Okay, yeah, no. No.
So me and my friends wrote, this friend of mine, my business partner now, wrote the emergency lighting system. And basically, 5M is the hacked version of GTA 5 that you could run on your own server and have your own, own experience. It's what all the role players are playing. And basically, when it first started, you got into the open world and you could see each other, and that was about as good as it got. There was no money, you had to spawn in everything and all this crap. So we wrote some stuff in that.
Oh wait, sorry.
That's funny.
I loaded up my script and it plays MIDI sounds. I forgot about this.
Hell yeah.
You can't see it. 2 seconds. I need to change what I'm sharing again.
Oh shit, I'm on the freaking live stream watching. I was wondering why it was so slow. I just saw you double click on the exe and I'm like, what the hell? Let me come back over here to the actual StreamYard panel.
Let me just share my entire screen. This is what I made when I was a kid. So this is the first script. And as you'll see, I hex edited the program as well, so you see how everything's all changed up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to have a website as well. It was rcp90.co.uk. This was back in. You probably have to look on the way back.
GeoCities days.
Yeah, like proper early days, man.
You say proper early days when we used to use Notepad to make our damn websites.
Let's see if we can connect. Let's try and down it. I did get it. I did get my RC versions working not long ago. I've got a better version of this script. It's the next version because this is version 2, right? And I've got version 3. Delta Elite IRC was made for my mates on Counter-Strike, and I never really finished it. It's like a clean IRC with no backdoors or anything.
Yeah, there it goes.
Hey, we're connected. No way. So
Dude,
look,
IRC never dies, homie.
Look, remember this stuff where you could mass kick people, mass D up them, mass up them. I had these takeover channels, and you could set it all up and
have 500 bots show up. Well,
yeah, I had so much stuff. Like, I used to work with this group, this other channel of people, and they had loads of bots. So like, I could set them all up in this thing.
When we were happy just to have text going back and across the world.
Mate, I thought I was so cool being able to make these boxes. This is called a dialogue, and there was a program called Dialogue Maker, and I used to use that. And the best thing about it, though, I can still do it now. Is my look at this.
Homer, oh my God, ASCII art, homie.
Yeah, mate, I've got loads built in because at the time I thought it was really cool.
Do you have a weed plant? You got a weed plant in there?
Let me have a look. In fact, I probably do in the other one, if not in this one.
All right. That was our favorite one, though. It was either the ASCII joint or the whole ASCII marijuana plant. It was freaking. We used to take those into AOL chats, man, and piss everybody off.
See, I was a little kid. Yeah, this is before I actually smoked because I do actually, I used to smoke it.
Yeah.
But bear with. Let's try the next version.
I don't condone any illegal activities.
No illegal activities condoned. None. Here we go.
Got that MIDI going. That's fucking great.
I'm not sure if this one's going to connect for some reason, though. We've got down it, though. I might be able to. I'm not sure if this is the right port. Unable to connect.
And it's refused.
Can you remember what server I was on last time?
Shit.
And I'll try and.
Bro, I was just happy to see it say connected, man. I wasn't even looking at the server name.
Hang on, I might have found one.
There's one. Yeah, if it's found your host name, it's you're in the process of connecting.
Sometimes they still fail, though. I don't know why. I had an issue before. Script hotkeys. Oh yeah, look, I've got hotkeys.
MP3 player. This dude's got an MP3 player. Holy shit.
Still works and everything looks sick.
Isn't that crazy? Something that was wrote for like Windows 95 ME, right? Still working on 10. Still working.
Well, I've got to think where my actual music is these days.
It's not in your music folder where it's supposed to be on the Microsoft machine.
I never built a playlist thing into this, though. It wasn't that advanced. Random play. Oh, I think it's struggle.
Hello. This is BD Bristol's best kept secret. This is my song for the UK
wants me to
Double HF.
random. There we go. It works.
It's random.
Yo, packing runner. What's it?
Right, ASCII pictures. Do we have weed? Gotta look for the weed. Oh, it's the same. Maybe not. You probably can't hear that, so apologies.
Oh, I can hear it.
But yeah,
It's fucking
probably sounded bad because it's coming from my microphone. And I was going to say, oh look, ICQ.
Oh my gosh.
You could advertise your ICQ number, your MSN Messenger, because obviously I was done like that, or your website, or my script.
ICQ, mate. That was me.
Oh, and mate, this is the craziest thing I ever made. So I actually made they're a bit cheesy, like this is proper cheesy, but I made themes, and you can retheme.
Nothing cheesy about a theme, man. It was all about your shit had to look different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. And it had to look cool. So when you showed it off to your friends, they were like, whoa. Oh, it was proper showing off back then, man. That's all I can say about it. Proper showing off.
Yeah, I think this was the default one that I'd made. I had IRC loaded because I've played with it recently, and as you can see, I haven't fiddled. Everything else is not fiddled with as much as the other version. Like, so only this part. This is the main scripts, because you know you've got your buttons here. One of these is the script editor. I can't remember which one.
So I used to have my own IRC servers.
Did you?
Nothing like these large guys, right? And the only reason that you got on them was, well, you know, to XDCC things, right? And it was truly it was who you knew, not what you knew, right? And yeah, man, it was fun, you know. I mean, hell, bro, you're talking to somebody that set up a Battlefield 1942 server on the FTP corporate FTP server, right?
Yeah.
When the boss found out that I did it, he wasn't mad at me for doing it. He was mad at me for not telling him so he could come play with us. And you know what got me in trouble for that? Was one of our largest customers told his ass about it, right? And was like, hey, man, I really appreciate you let your team set up these gaming servers, and, you know, you let them come play with us and hang out, and we get to talk and understand. And if I have a question, they answer it, and they're not assholes about it, this, that, and the other. He got off that phone, called me into his office. He's like, so what gaming server do we have? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's like, look, man, the beans have been spilled. And the only reason I'm mad at you is because you didn't tell me about it so I could come play with you guys. Oh, well, here's the IP address. This is the program you need, and we'll see you tonight. Here's TeamSpeak, by the way. And what was even worse, his brother worked in sales, right? This dude was general manager, and his brother worked in sales. Well, his brother didn't tell him either. So it was like, you're going to get mad at me for not telling you, but your brother, I mean, he's flesh and blood, and he didn't tell you. So,
yeah. Well, these are all the scripts inside of this. I don't know if you recognize. I can't remember what sort of language this is anymore, but it's an IRC specific, isn't it? But it's based on a very common.
Yeah, it was based. I don't remember what the scripting language was, but it's. We wrote everything in INI files. Yeah. .ini was our favorite.
Yeah, that's what these typically are. That's what these actually are. They're RS3 because this is called. It's my third script that I ever made.
Yeah. So, Bracket.
So I made this as a kid, though. This was what I first learned. So this is what my introduction to computers.
MIRC made a lot of programmers, I promise you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't touch it for many years. I went off, lived my life. I didn't really, I was even a console gamer for a few years. And then eventually I had a run on computers again and got back into PC gaming. I was a big PC gamer for years, and I started to do a few bits here and there, websites, what have you. I used to, in fact, I had a big website for a few years, gaming community. That's all dead now. I've still got the domain.
Thanks for the sub, Jay. I saw that.
Then I did Unity.
Hold off on you.
I did a bit of Unity game creation, then a bit of Unreal Engine game creation. I pretty much made a game loop in Unreal, and I made it was kind of like this infinite world, 3D world that you could run around in Unity, but it was a lot of yeah, it was mad. But so anyway, then I got a job, life got in the way, had a daughter, you know what I mean? And recently I've just realized that AI has come on like levels and levels, and I've just been making apps on the side when I get a chance.
And see, and that's the thing that AI, you know, I will say that it's lowered the entry bar, right, for getting shit accomplished that you want, right, and not having to deal with pricks that think that since they know something, right, that you owe them something for them to talk to you, right. And that's one of the reasons that I hated Microsoft so much, right? You had to pay to talk to me. You know, you had to pay for the operating system. You had to pay for tech support. You had to pay to talk to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. They gave me a lot of cool shit while I was there, right? So
the way I get right is like this is in terms of like when I was learning to code back then, I realized very quickly how to take control over other people's computers or do sort of naughty things, knock them off channels, take their channels, knock them off the internet when it was 56k, you know, DDoS other people, like all these stupid little things. And then you realize that all the psychopaths at places like Microsoft, they're all, you know, especially the way it's going these days, all the big companies have had similar ideas, but they've reeled people in. And they want to get people now on like subscriptions, or they want to get all their data. You know what I mean? They want to like.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I mean, you can't see the webpage that drops it. My bot race drops because, you know, it's outside the United States. But one of the things that me and my team are working on is this streaming application.
Right.
We call it Trax. TRAX, and it's like it's going to be like OBS in the web page for you, right? Like proper OBS in a web page,
right?
So, you know, if you don't have a whole bunch of extra RAM or any kind of shit like that, we'll be able to help you out with that, right?
Right.
You'll still be able to do your proper overlays.
Because like a bit like what StreamYard's doing now, but without all the OBS features. Yeah,
we're gonna, so like StreamYards and Restream, they want you to pay for SRT and all this other crap. We're just throwing it in. We don't care, right? I care about how many streams you got coming in, right? And I care about how many streams you want to go out, right? Oh, I also care if you want to do a dual stream where, you know, you can do vertical and horizontal at the same time, yeah? And do a slide, you know, give you a slide bar that properly works, right? So you can just, you basically got your 1080
a picture, so you can stream to somebody on their phone as well as on a PC.
Yeah. And you basically, if you're doing it on your PC, right, you got this little slider that you move it to wherever you want it in the screen, right? And once we get the basics on it set up, I'm going to see if we can't like do follow the mouse, right?
Yeah.
So no matter what, wherever your mouse is, that's going to be center of the screen for the vertical, right? So, you know, but the biggest thing also is for like IRL streamers and stuff. We're building it straight in where you can like drop, but not drop, right? You know how you watch some people and they'll say like, we'll be right back and shit like that. We're trying to give you that right in the web page so that you don't have to like have these fancy equipment, all this bullshit, right? You just tell me, hey, look, I might go down for 5 to 10 seconds. In this 5 to 10 seconds, run this thing, right? And I'm paying attention to what you're streaming, right? And then like on my IRL, the app that we've designed for the police record, I have built-in things that don't allow you to disable the recording, right? So once you start it, you know, you lock your phone, you got to unlock the phone to stop it. And if you really want to be a prick about it, you can put a PIN code on it, right? So not only do you have to unlock your phone, then you have to unlock the stop button, right?
Well, in terms of the streaming thing, I mean, I guess like to attract people, you throw in a few of those services, but then I guess it comes down to the data usage on your server and your host as what you can actually give to users as well. But I'll tell you what, right? I don't know if you're watching any vibe coders online at the moment, but there's so many people out there that are just they're trying to make apps for other people, and they're just getting the AI to make the apps. You know what I mean? They're trying to make money off it, and they're like, vibe coding till I make £1 million or something, revenue £50,000, and
man, I'm trying to pick up a cup of coffee from you a month, right?
yeah.
I mean, unless you're trying to like do like CBS streaming, where you've got your 4 or 5, 6 mates out there, right? And you all want to be all on one side, one damn thing, and you got somebody sitting in a van or in a box somewhere with the computer, and he's controlling the different streams and doing production, right?
You know what they're doing though? You know what they're doing? So they're literally like, say if you make an app and you're like, yep, this kind of works, I've got this working, they're just linking something like Stripe. I don't know if you've looked at Stripe, but it's like a pay service. Yeah. And then I think streaming every day, showing off the features of the apps they've made. Like one guy's making this thing called View Creator. And basically, if you're streaming, it will just like clip your stream for you and add all, subtitles, and it can even add audio or whatever, and it will try and like it's like AI generated. Do you know what I mean? It will just make all the clips, and you can set it to like upload a certain amount every so hours. It's just gonna try and generate like your channel to get some sort of viewers because you're constantly uploading. It's insane.
So,
like what's going to be coming? Yeah, people are gonna it's going to be hard to compete for some people, because if they're just posting one video every once in a while, they'll get drowned out completely by all the crap.
It's no different than when we started with this fucking getting to the top of the Google search.
Yes.
My opinion.
And now
right.
People are looking for alternative search engines. Do you ever watch Some Ordinary Gamers, Mudahar?
I don't. That name doesn't ring one for me.
He's one of those big YouTubers, like 1 million+ subs. Talks about
no, probably not.
Talks about a lot of dark web stuff, coding, all sorts of computer related stuff.
Here's my take on some of this, right? Is that everybody's got an opinion, right? And everybody's got a butthole, and every butthole stinks. So, I appreciate that the other people are out there streaming, trying to show all of this. Don't get me wrong. Obviously they're doing something right. They got 1 million subs or whatever, right? I never got into YouTube to be that famous streamer, right? So the fact that the fact that I have whatever my subscription is, I think it's like pushing 1,800 or some stupid something. The fact that I've gotten 1,800 people to click subscribe on my channel blows my mind, right? Blows my mind, because you see what kind of streams I do. I do marathons. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes the bot's there, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'm showing nerd shit. Sometimes I'm just goofing off. Like last night, right? A freaking troll came in, and I'm not usually one to take on trolls. But a few of the other people spoke up for this person. So I just started copying and pasting from ChatGPT the comebacks to this jackass, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Right. And I knew that they were using a chat. They were using some type of AI because it was using M dashes, right? The stupid long
right. Okay. Yeah. Using the long dashes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. Fuck. I'm on that like stink on,
Yeah, it's instantly recognizable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially from us old timers, right? Right. My English teacher was a proper English teacher. She was as close to British English as you could get, right? And she would explain the difference between our color, your color, our mannerisms and some of the choices of words and things. And she would actually break it down for us, right? She was a world traveler, and she was out in this middle of nowhere school, right? I graduated with 15 people, right?
Right.
So when you graduate with 15 people, you say it that way, right? And go, hey, I was in the top 5% or top 6% or whatever it was. Right? Doesn't sound as impressive anymore, but it was so nice to have English, and I haven't started, one of the greatest things that I had got to do was to call her. I found her before anything, before time took its toll on her to come back, because I was an asshole to her.
I was going to say, oh, so carry on.
I was going to say, and I was an asshole to her when I was going to school.
Yeah.
And then I got my first job, and they complimented me on my resume, right? And it dawned on me, if it wasn't for her and her being what I thought was an asshole to me, I wouldn't have got that job, because I wouldn't have known how to write that resume, right? So I tracked her down, and I was like, hey, Ms. Evans, it's your student. And she goes, yeah. I'm like, I want to say I'm sorry. I realized what you were doing, and I appreciate that you pushed me as hard as you did. And I says, I'm glad I got to talk to you before time took its toll, and I actually got to say thank you, because I was wrong.
Fair play.
And because it all started because she told me one day, right? She told me, you could do better this, and I'm grading you on what you could do better. And I'm like,
so with your coding at the moment, the stuff you're doing at the moment, then do you do a lot of coding yourself in terms of writing the code, or are you doing a lot more like AI coding as well?
So my approach is a little bit different than a lot of what I see. The first couple of guys that were doing vibe coding that I watched, and I quit.
Right.
I understand that I need a plan to make a program, right? Besides just sitting down and going, okay, I'm going to make this program, right? And part of that proper planning is having a roadmap, having milestones, and having, mile markers to check your stuff.
Right? I know Claude's very good for that. You can, say set out a plan, and give it sort of steps or an overview or a brief. Yeah.
And then you take it a step further, and you have Claude, once it's done with that plan, you go, create me some issues and create me milestones for those issues and pick priority, right?
Yeah.
And what happens there is even if Claude decides to go the fuck off, or whatever Codex or whoever you're using, right? If it decides to go, just go off the rails on you, you just close it, right? Come back and go, hey, go back over to the GitHub, go look at my milestones and go look at my issues and tell me where we're at, right? And I get to start fresh with that memory rather than whatever was in the pipeline that caused me to not think that it was going the right way. So as far as what I'm doing with it is I'm managing a junior developer.
All right. Okay.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm managing a junior developer that never gets tired, never gets, never bitches, never has to take a piss, never, none of that. Right.
Well, that's the future these days. I mean, literally.
Yeah. It's a proper slave, if you will.
When I was working on my very complex app, I would pull out bits of code and say, I'm trying to do this, and here's a file that it links to, and can you give me an idea on how to do X, Y, and Z? But recently, I've just been make me an app. I want it to do X, Y, and Z, and then it will kind of do it or it won't. And I'll say fix this, and then it will do it, and I'll say, oh, can you add this? And then can you improve this? Oh, in fact, I want this to do this, and then something will pretty much get it 90% working. Then something won't be working. I'll be like, oh, I've got a problem. I want it to work like this, but it's currently doing this, and then it typically gets around it and fixes it, and then I just continue.
Yeah. So that Grimner radio thing that I was showing you, that I sent you the link on.
Yeah.
That was my first, what I would call a proper vibe code attempt. right? Instead of just like, hey, just build this, right? I went, these are my issues, you know, the timing, the, you know, playing on a schedule, the, you know, the proper web page, all this fun stuff just isn't working for me from these other applications, right? And I want to, and then I literally was, I want all of the features that they have from this application, all the features they have from this application, right? And I want to combine them, but I want my shit to actually work, right? And so we started working our way down through each of the issues, and I finally got something that's okay, right? You know, I see your bot dropped the Discord link, right?
Yeah.
You ever heard of Node-RED?
I've set up so far. Let me just say to Jay as well, Jay, I've improved my stream dashboard for the direct streams. Hopefully the Jules fixed now, and I can change the command costs as well. And talking about the vibe coded app, this is another app that I vibe coded, and it can broadcast through a virtual cable, and I can select different inputs or loop back the audio from the desktop, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I
agree.
agree.
Then on top of that as well, I mean, I've obviously got, it's not open right now, I'll show you.
I'm changing mics.
So this is the newer version. You know the one I told you about, the one I spent a lot of time on, that was kind of a customized version. It's cross-platform as well, so when you install it, it should be installed. Oh, I was trying different, trying to get it to work on Linux as well and Mac.
And then my second one that I tried was you were talking about how people are doing their live stream where it does clips and everything like that, right? Well, I've got this, I made this box for a friend of mine who live streams. And it takes 3 camera inputs. It records all 3 locally. It can stream them out using OBS. It can do a couple things, but the thing that I'm proud of right now is that it can do its own closed captioning local to the box. Right? I don't even have to send it outside of the box.
Right, this is my app. If you can see it, yeah. So it can connect to local or external databases.
Nice.
There we go. That's connected to my external one. Technically. And I can switch between local and external. So you could connect it to an external database if you want, and you can import files when you're connected.
I love the Windows 95 look, bro.
Say again?
I love the Windows 95 look.
yeah, I made it like this on purpose, man. I've got the old see down here, I've got a console as well. I'll show you that in a second.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the best thing about it is I can scan large folders, so I could see like this. And
nice.
And I can import them, but I'm just gonna clear the list.
Right.
Console. There you go. You can do it all by typing in commands as well. There's a lot of stuff you can do. It's just to learn, really, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So this was made with the help of AI, but a lot of it. How about now? Do you like it better now? Does it look more modern than the dark theme?
Nah. I've always liked dark themes better, but you know.
Here's the thing as well, that you can change the layout of everything, and it remembers.
Oh, nice. You got your complete controls there, toolbar and everything.
Oh yeah, literally, like.
Yeah. See, that's the problem that I see with a lot of this, some of this newer shit coming out, right? Is they don't think through the actual user interface, closed captions. So You know how when you're watching TV, right, and it puts the words down at the bottom where you can hit the CC button on YouTube and it tries to translate whatever's being said on the screen to words at the bottom? Jay? Subtitles, yeah. Same thing. Right. I use a thing called Whisper to do it.
Look, you can even customize the theme.
Look at that. Make
You
your own
customize
damn
the theme.
theme. You don't like my shit? Make your own.
You can export and import it as well. You can save your settings. And it took me ages to get this working and to make it right. Just to get it to work across every window as well. It might not be perfect, but it's pretty much there. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. No, that's half the battle, right? So I'm really big on like tab orders, right? So you know how you can just tab your way through a web page or tab your way through something, right? It needs to go in the proper order, right? So like if you click something on your far left-hand side and you hit tab, I would expect it to jump over into the middle screen, right? And I would expect me to be able to hit shift tab and jump back over to the left screen and use my arrow keys to go up and down to select what I want, right?
Right.
You know, look at you changing it to all cursive. Nobody's going to be able to read that. It's in cursive.
I know, yeah, I'm just showing you what you can do, though. It's just a demonstration, you know?
Man, you just cut out like half the audience, homie.
So yeah, this is, you know, an app I made. Anyway.
I think it's great, man. Thanks for showing me.
I'll show you another one as well. So,
sure.
So obviously the one that I showed the other day to everybody was the soundboard.
Nice, 148K.
Is it loading? Did I double
right click on your Control Shift Escape? Yeah, either one. And that's where I was taking you. I don't see the XE.
Hang on. Maybe I didn't double click it.
I thought I saw the spinner for a second. It might be one of those days that my vitamins T, H, and C just don't line up today.
Oh, my computer's running out of memory or something. It's like,
I'm trying, boss. We're giving it all as we got.
Fuck.
Oh,
I did click it.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Can you hear that through the mic?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Better be quiet, man. You're gonna get the missus mad at you for waking the baby.
No, it's fine. She's learned to kind of sleep
through dad's shenanigans.
She's probably still in there jumping around on the bed like a little cheeky monkey.
So Jay, I'm from America, right? And I pick up. It's kind of interesting because I pick up some of. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to, like mate, and a few of those other proper, like when I'm talking to Americans, I don't use proper. I don't know what it is, but and I tend to like to change, my vernacular just to make sure that it's not trying to just mimic or anything like that. It's just these are the words that are understood. This is the English that's understood, right? And it's easier for me to translate my head and say to other people than it is to, sit there and go, hey, what the hell does that actually mean? Right? Like closed captioning versus subtitles, right? I knew that I knew in the European countries, there's subtitles, not captions.
So
what
this
the hell is that? Is that your Kino board?
This is a stupid app that I made, right? What this is? It's a biased roulette number predictor. Because there's obviously no way you can ever predict it, right? So what you can do is you can set bias and what you think it's, or you can put history into your table, right? I've got a random number generator at the top, see top right up here. In fact, you can't see it because of StreamYard logo in the way. See this here, random.
Yeah.
So I can generate a number, so 10. So I could just, imagine this was a roulette board and I put 10 into the history. And then it says 18 straight away. It generates a new one. Look.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just follow it. Look, I'll just keep pressing whatever number comes up. But yeah, so imagine a roulette table was actually doing this. You know what I mean? You can set your bias, and the way you set your bias is in the settings. So I can't remember exactly how I set it up, but you can set up a zone bias so you can get it to follow the last one it landed on or the last two it landed on in terms of zones, or you can get it to predict the last one and the last one it didn't, or like you can do a streak win predictor, so when it's been like 7 of one color in a row,
right,
it will tell you to only bet the opposite color. Just stupid bias, like, do you know what I mean? Because obviously there's no real way to ever predict what it's going to be.
Well, that's not true.
But statistically, if you're watching a roulette table and there's one color's landed 7, 8, 9 times, chances are it's going to land the opposite color, right? But at the same time, it could land the same color like 12, 13, 14 times before it does. So that's why they say, you need the right strategy in roulette and you need a lot of money to back up your losses.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's with anything in the freaking casino world, right?
Yeah, and when you win, you've got to walk away. But obviously, I'm not. I do not condone gambling. This was just a silly app that I've vibe coded for a laugh, and I haven't finished it, and I haven't touched it since I made it for a laugh.
I used to condone gambling till I worked in the establishment.
Yeah.
Right.
You realize the house always wins.
Yeah. And the other part of it is that, once I understood how the slot machine, being the IT director, I ran the computers that collected the data that, I had to go through gaming and all this other crap, right? I figured out that I could tell you how to get hit by a bus better than I could tell you which machine was actually going to hit. Right? Because, the chances are higher on the bus than you winning a big, right? And you have to remember, most of those games, their wins are based on 1 million pools. 1 million pools, right? And you might have in that 1 million pools, you might have 3 big winners, right? That'll hit the jackpot 3 times, right? And if you're in that 1 million pools and it hits the jackpot right at the very beginning, it's going to collect money to try to make its par, which is how much it's supposed to keep. Anyway, and then I found out some of these damn games were playing themselves behind the scenes. Right.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So, it wasn't doing anything, but the damn number generator was running in the background. Right. So it could actually, while it was playing itself, air quotes, it could hit the big one and nobody win it.
I see what you mean. So it could land 3 times in a day before anyone's even walked into the casino. Like, Well, no one's.
That's what we did with those machines when I found out that they were doing that.
Yeah.
We threw them away. Actually, we sold them to the street casino down the street.
Right.
I mean, we didn't mind stealing your money, but we had ethics about stealing your money. You have to hit the button.
Certainly, yeah, but sure, they know what machines they're buying. That whole industry is very hush, snidey backdoor. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, let me tell you about this, right? And it wouldn't surprise me if it was still the same. But when I was working on it, less than about 10 years ago, you know how you get your players club and all that bull, so you can earn points and all this crap. Yeah,
Mhm.
all that data was stored non-securely. It wasn't encrypted at rest, right? The communications back and forth between the servers was not encrypted, right? The only thing that was like half-ass done right was the ticket pay system, right? And that could be beaten too. And when I showed it to these people asking questions, right, IGT, you know, they laughed at me like, "Oh, it's not going to be an issue." And then they got hacked over in over in an Asian country, but they got hacked, and they got hacked the exact way I said they would, right? You know, and it's like, hey, man, I know we're a redheaded stepchild for you guys because we're not a huge casino, but we are thinking about our security, and I don't want this shit happening to me, right? And then when it happened to that larger casino, I sent the article over to him, and I was like, so what are we doing to fix this?
Yeah, I wonder what the current state of web servers and security is like.
Depends on what you're running.
I would say a long time ago. Yeah, a number of years ago, I used to host a bunch of WordPress sites. One of them was well protected somehow because I constantly updated it. And I linked it to WordPress, and I had all these things installed on it. But then I had a few other sites, and one of them got hacked and just taken down. And that one was like a joke website that I made with conspiracy theories on it. It was all about conspiracy theories. So I'm not surprised that it got hacked and taken down. You know what I mean? Someone, but I was pretty shocked that because you know what I mean? I set it up pretty much the same way I set up my other sites. And I was like, yo.
So with the AI and stuff now, the low-hanging fruit, if you will be picked. And it will be picked as many times as necessary, right? Till it gets fixed.
Well, when it got hacked as well, they left a message on it. There was like something like, "We don't condone in these theories" or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. They had to leave a calling card. This is why we decided to fuck your shit.
I was like, yo, this is literally like the theory. Like, I was thinking this is government level or something. You know what I mean? I was like, what? No, I don't know, man. But like, you know, like you go on YouTube and people talk about these things. I don't know, man. They don't like people talking about certain things, do they?
So here's the deal, right? Everything is a glass house with a lock on it, right? And depending on how big of a rock you bring is whether or not you're going to get in, right? And
here's the mad thing as well. When I made that website, I say it was so it's basically 123 Reg was the host, and you can do a one-click install for WordPress. You set it up. You set it gives you like a long password that's like encrypted, or like a weird sort of like generated long password.
Mm-hmm.
I would always save them into my like login and everything. And my other WordPress sites didn't get hacked, as I say, but this one that was about conspiracy theories did.
Did you not have a?
But here's the thing: I never advertised the website at all. I bought like a website. I never really.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the deal: did you use a particularly cheeky name for it?
Yeah, it was called bandits with a z.co.uk, right? And yeah, I don't know. It got hacked. But the funny thing was, when it actually got hacked, because I didn't do anything with the domain for a while. When I did, I made this stupid website just to use this domain up that I'd bought. Yeah. And, so I did it, and then it was a few months later I found it hacked, and I was like, and then it was coming up towards its end of time, so I just kind of like let it be. I didn't do anything. I just took it down in the end. I just let the domain go.
Yeah, so WordPress is the reason that Grimner Radio came about. Because my friend...
Well, so he can install like a radio widget on his WordPress site or something?
Well, yeah. So he was using like, well, it wasn't my friend; it was a friend through a friend, right? And that's if you read the, it's really cryptic what I say, but it was built for a friend of a friend, right? That had a lot of friends, and it's because I never met the dude. I never got to talk to him. He died before we actually truly crossed paths, even in the internet world, right? But it was just one of those things. I didn't want to mess with it, right? Here, I'll give you a proper. Let's see here. Come back over here. Do this. Do share screen. Share screen. There it is. No. I think it's that one. Yeah. There you go. Right. So it's got all these different radio stations on it.
Yeah.
Right. You can click here. I've got a global player.
Is this your domain then? Is this your
This is my friend's domain.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Right. You can come up here and choose whether it's going to be a standard or low latency. You can come choose your, if you get off of this page, you can choose whatever the hell you want to listen to. Right. This is a chat from PeerTube, but you can come in here and you can go view the schedule. Right. And it shows you what all's playing where.
Right.
Right. And then if you log in, come down here and look at mine. I got to fix this page, right? That's stupid. But it is. It's just that's low hanging fruit that I've kind of just let sit there. But right when you come in, it tells you how many media items you have, how many playlists, how many smart blocks, live sessions, all this crap. But that's for a live. Here we go. Right, so I can do this.
What's the media library got in it? Is that your AI generated songs then, or something?
Yeah.
Can people play them on the radio or?
Oh yeah, they can play them. So I'm in the process of making a DJ booth, right? The great thing about this is you can hook up your MIDI control device and assign all your buttons to this thing. Right. So, you don't really have to download Mixer or any of that kind of crap, right? You can just do your mixing right here, use your turntable, whatever, and have fun. Right. But like my media library, yeah. These are just like songs that.
Yeah, you had some mad songs playing on your stream, like AI ones, talking about all sorts of funny stuff. Like,
oh yeah. Well, that's kind of like my stick, right? You show up into the stream, and I'll make you an AI song, right? Whatever you want, right? And if you're acting an ass in there, right, and I stomp your ass with my AI because you were talking smack, then you get a song. You get a song about you getting your ass smacked, right?
Is that that troll that joined the other day then?
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I said, when he, you come in and start talking that smack right off the bat with me, I'm not even gonna waste my time with you. I'm just gonna ban you, right? Otherwise, come hang out, talk some smack. Don't come in there like talking all sexual BS that I'm doing on the keyboard. I mean, come on, man. Nobody wants to hear that. Not as an intro speak, right?
Mm.
Let the story take you there if you must. But, you can also, the thing that I'm proud of is you can actually edit your MP3 here, right?
All your metadata for the metadata and everything.
Right.
So is your friend's website pretty big then? Has it got quite a few users now then, or is it a new site? I can't hear you, by the way. I don't know if you've muted yourself. Suddenly gone quiet.
Check. Hello.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, sorry about that. The
No
mic
worries.
died. I forgot to charge my Rode case, and so the mic died.
All right.
So ask the question again. You were asking if I had a bunch of users. So I do have like 3 or 4.
No, on your friend's website here, like this RIM radio site or whatever.
Mhm.
Is it a big site? Is it a new website? Is it does it have a lot of people on it, or how's it work?
So let's see here. Let's come to this one. Right, there's 2 listeners going on right now. Right. And we're averaging about 2 right now, because for the last year or so we've been having troubles, right, with WordPress and all that other fun stuff. Right. But
so is this site doesn't look anything like WordPress? Is it actually WordPress?
no. Oh no, this is all Go with
Yeah.
HTML, Bootstrap, and Bootstrap is my the biggest thing that I've got in here for like visuals, right? CSS, Bootstrap CSS is it. Everything else is all API driven, right? So this is basically 2 programs, right? One to serve basically the front end and handle it, and then one program to do the media, right? The media engine.
Yeah. Does the program sit on the server and then it's available to the user when they log in then or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, this is all the stations that we have on it.
Right.
Right.
And can you tell which one's got the active listeners on it now then?
I don't have the big dashboard that tells me everybody, but this would be the rlmradio.xyz is the main one that you come to.
Yeah.
Right. And this is the one that I'll see. Right. In the last 24 hours average, we're averaging 2 listeners right now. Right. And our peaks are usually on Sunday. Right. Because on Sunday, here, let's go here. Right. So on Sunday, it's this one right here. This 1:52 to 4 o'clock is where a lot of people listen. And then this other guy, new guy that we brought on, he is
generating some traction, getting more people on, is he?
Yeah. But this is the whole schedule for this radio station.
Yeah.
Right. And you can get it to a list, a day, the week. Right. I can give you schedule reports where your gaps are, right? 90% of it's covered. It's only 67% of that day's covered, only 92%. And it tells you where your gaps are, right? And how many hours of dead air you got, all that kind of fun stuff.
Is that on the station of the actual site then? Like so there's like a schedule for the site, and I guess if somebody wants to be broadcasting during one of the gaps, they can sign up and register or something, and they can become one of the hosts.
No, so you have your own radio station or your own station when you come to this site, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the platform station, right? So you could have Mr. E's radio station, and Mr. E has a slot at 2 o'clock on the main radio station on Fridays. Yeah.
Right.
And then, it gets pushed into that way.
So all of the stations that are on there, between them, it will take snippets of each one and play it on a main station or something in like chunks. Yeah.
So like this schedule thing here, All of these orange ones, they're web streams, right? Where we're pulling in from the other radio station.
Yes, yeah. But the ones that are on this site, they sort of they provide, I guess, like a section of
each radio station has its own radio schedule. It has each has its own schedule to do things.
But then and then this site has its own schedule as well, and it takes chunks from all of those other schedules, or not?
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's insane. That's what I'm saying. I need to go and get a drink, man.
Yeah, man.
Right, back in a minute. 2 seconds.
Well, we're not going to let him walk away and have dead air. I will say silly things until he comes back. So anyway, yeah. So, it was one of these things that it's like, I wanted to give, my biggest thing was this web DJ console, right? I wanted to give the ability, and it's real rudimentary right now, but you can plug in your console and map your MIDI commands to this thing. It's my favorite thing about it. And we're just okay, cool. I was just feeling dead air while you were gone.
Nice one.
So, so the way that this thing thinks, or the way that I thought when I designed this, you have the platform. The platform has its own radio station. And then you have the user who wants his own radio station, right? But the platform will promote that user's radio station and also show the archive for that music station.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where, like, when we come back out here to this front page, right? That's where this archive comes in, right? You can come in here and search for whatever's been played or whatever we have in there, all 199 pages of it, right? You can come in there and choose what station you're looking for, what show you might be looking for, right? Newest first, simple sort. But you could listen to it.
You know what I like most about this website so far? I've not seen any adverts or annoying things on it. It just looks clean.
No, so, okay. I get you in the adverts in the ear, right? I'm not trying to advert you on the actual web page, right? And it's funny that you would say that. Let's come back over here. Let's see here. So let's go to a station that if I break it, it doesn't matter. Come to your schedule, right? So you can right click anywhere you want. You can draw your box how you want, right? Mm-hmm. And then you can tell it what type of media you want to add, right? And so let's say I want to do a smart block, right? You come in here. I've got a smart block. Let's go edit the smart block because it doesn't show there. It's just adding it. Right? You have your smart block name. You can put in however long you want it to find. Tell it what it is. Tell it what type of, selection mode to pull, whether it's just random, shuffle it, whatever, or weighted, play the less played songs first. Right? Then you can tell it to include the in public archive, right? Or just your playlist that you have, right? Mm-hmm. Come down here and you can have filters to filter it down. You can have repeat prevention, right? So it doesn't repeat the artist for at least 30 minutes. You can have priority boosters, right? This is, tells it how to basically make the playlist. And then here you go is the ads.
Hey guys.
Someone else there with us.
Oh, hey.
Hey, who's that? Welcome.
What are we doing here? What's the topic?
We're just watching Friends in Code at the moment. And generally,
We're showing off vibe
talking
coding.
about vibe coding. Yeah, having a chat.
Coding.
You've got a bit of an echo on your thing.
How do I? Oh shit! Do you guys hear that?
Yeah, we can hear that.
There's an echo on my end.
Yeah, basically, we can hear ourselves coming back through your mic.
Yeah. How do I fix it?
Put headphones on.
Is that the only thing that'll fix it?
Are you on a phone?
I mean, if you're on a laptop, and you're using the mic on the laptop and the speakers on the laptop.
No, I'm on a phone. I'm on a cell phone.
Then you got us on speaker, yeah. So I don't know, I don't know if in StreamYards there's like audio settings that can help you with that. So it's like in the gear and then from there. But like with the cell phone, usually it's headphones.
Yeah, there's a setting, echo cancellation. You can click on that in the settings. So yeah, carry on. Friends in Code. What were you showing us on the?
I wanted to get down here to this one, right? It's this one right here. You were talking about no ads. Right?
Yes.
This is where I get you with the ads. It does have an ad system in there, right? Then
are the ads like audio ads or
yeah.
No, I mean like I'm talking like visual ads on the screen.
No. That's rude.
I'm talking like side Google ads. You know what I mean? And
you don't need an ad blocker when you come to our site. Right. I do have a it does have Google statistics on it.
Since I've had an ad blocker installed, yeah, my life's been so much better, to be fair.
Oh, hadn't it? My thing is when Google finally does knock it out with Edge and Chrome and all those, I'm going to be back over here still on Firefox with the full Monty of ad blocks and stuff. Right. And the whole thing has its own built-in, like make your own web pages and stuff, right? So you can come in and, set up your front page, what widgets you want, right? What content you want. Like these are the radio stations that you see, right? And this is the order that they show up, right?
Then if you want to, in fact, since I've known your channel, but I can't remember where it was that we actually, what channel we used to talk on. Can you remember which channel it was?
No. I think it was just, man, I think I came to yours first, homie.
No, you used to go live, like I'm sure, like on no, you used to go on
Kick.
No, sorry, not going live, but watching other people going live on YouTube. There was like another live panel that was on, and used to go on there occasionally. You'd be in the chat, or I think once in the panel maybe. I can't remember what channel it was.
I've done a few panels.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And then I started feeling like a panel whore.
All right. Can you remember what channels it was though? Like back in the day,
so,
2 years ago.
Then it would have to be something like, were you watching like Citizen Z animation?
No, it's got to be to do with auditing somehow. It's got to be
auditing. Oh, auditing?
Yeah.
Oh, auditing Britain or something like that, man. Just pick one of your large ones.
So right, it would have been on a live panel. Whoever hosts a live panel, I guess. Beb. Yeah. I don't know.
Man, there's like 3 or 4 guys that I can think of over.
But it would have been smaller streamers, I think, because when I first started going live, do you remember? I'm trying to think of his name now. There's a guy called Lee.
Lee. Oh shit.
It might not. It might have been. I think it was after his. It was when I probably like joined a few other panels online. So it doesn't really matter anyway. No worries.
No, but it's a good point. That's a good point, because it was just one of those things. I didn't really come over. I don't know much about y'all's laws, right? Other than, you guys get fucked on freedom of speech, basically, right? You get a public order for saying fuck to a cop, right?
Well, not necessarily. It depends on like if you swear next to a cop, they're generally not going to do anything, and it depends. But if you swear at somebody or at the cop,
yeah,
and that person complains to the cop, then
yeah,
they might do something. Yeah. But yeah, also online as well, like people that tweet or say stuff on Facebook have to be very careful what they say.
Yeah.
Because it can come across as what the government might redeem as anti-Semitic or whatever, all sorts of different things, reasons they'll come up with.
Dude, y'all got more laws about how to, not talk, right? But to me, it's still not as bad as our Aussie friends, right? And the reason I say that is you could tell the truth about somebody and still lose your defamation case, right? And that was one of the things that got me about Australia. It wasn't so much not only the government that you had to worry about, right? But it's also how you talked about a product or another business, and they could see it as as being defamation more than, a critique or even just an honest opinion about a product.
I made it full screen. Look, I just realized I figured out how to do it.
Yeah.
There you go. Look, I just realized I think you can do it. But none of this stuff's working at the moment. But I did want to show you this really quick. Sorry to just completely change.
No, you're doing fine.
So
where did that guy go?
I don't know, man. He dropped off, and I realized what he put in the private chat. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, so you see the points leaderboard down bottom left. I made a button so you can expand it like this. Yeah. And you can switch to the ideas, and you can switch to the viewers, and you can make it big or small. So I can make it small again like that.
And the reason I was telling you to have a control on your phone was nothing more so you could have your soundboard easily reachable.
I made the slot machine text slightly bigger and the pay table text slightly bigger. I made the chat commands so I can manually click on one to show you what I want you to do. You know what I mean? It's nice and big. Or I can show all commands as well. I should be able to. Why is that not working? Well, they're individually working. Look, I can select whatever I want. Oh, there we go. Show all commands. So yeah, and then the top chatters, they're just placeholders at the moment because I've not got any of the data saved because I deleted it. Well, the AI deleted it, as I told you earlier. So
remind your AI, don't delete my data. Yeah, so the keyboard warrior got up here, and then that's funny. He had an echo on his phone. He can't even keyboard warrior right.
He must just be clicking on YouTube. Yes, I don't think he subscribed to me. I've never seen him before. He's obviously clicked onto YouTube, clicked live, somehow seen
we were doing a panel,
or searched for open panel, and then decided to come join randomly.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that I could tell that he was an American. I could tell that he was from the southeastern side of the United States. Right.
Well, that's what made me straight away think, he's not subscribed to my channel. He's just found me randomly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't even see the private chat until you said something. So it's see, that's just it, man. If you're going to come in and give a proper ribbing or something, be silly like that, these damn kids need to at least use AI and figure it out.
Back to you. If
you want to see something,
well, you can stop streaming at any time, actually, can't you? So
yeah. Here you go. Here's your one.
Oh. He disconnected himself by mistake by the looks of it. Wonder what he did. Oh, I know what he did. He typed it in on the URL where he was connected to the stream. Lol. I'll probably come back in a minute. So, who's still there in the chat anyway? Next time I go live, you'll be able to, and I'm live and direct, you'll be able to test all those things again. And it's going to be way better. It's going to be like this. Boom. It's going to have the top chatters, chat commands. Everything's pretty much working. Let me just test the 8-ball. All the outlook's good. There we go. I lost my money. We can test the slot machine. If we get a subscriber, boom, it's going to be like this. I can do a giveaway. Boom, see the giveaway. Look at that. Sheesh. I'm going to be able to start a poll as well. Look at this, see the poll? All right, what I can do, because I was moving stuff around earlier. Let me just move it to maybe, where shall I move it? Like, Oh, I don't like how it snaps around. It's like, Brother, That'll do. We'll put it there. So it'll be like that. Here he is. He's back.
What a freaking wanker.
I'm just demonstrating the things that I can do on this. And
I was going to say, put me in the back. Yeah, shoot, they show your shit off, homie. I don't have any kind of view.
I've got a poll on there. Look, I've got a poll. I've got the chat commands in large. I've got the pay table on the slot machine a bit larger. I've got the dual system should now be working. Oh yeah, let me just show you how that works as well. Hopefully it will be working when I test it. I'll have to try it maybe tomorrow, yeah, but Friday I'm not around. On the weekend I might not be around. We'll see.
All right.
Well, I'm going to try and get it. I want to go live and test this at some point direct. I could turn it on now. It might even work now, but it's just probably not coming through as clean on the... It probably looks a bit blurry on the stream or something. In fact, let me have a look on YouTube. Yeah, it looks a bit blurry. You can't read half of it. It will do because it's coming through StreamYard. When I go direct, it'll be way better.
Yeah, that's the other thing. On my streaming thing that we're doing, we're not trying to mess with your video. We show you what you're expecting to see, not like, oh hey, since you're using my web page and you're not paying me or you're not paying me enough, yada yada, right? Like, for a cup of coffee.
See, I've also got.
Dude, I love that background.
Yeah, I've got a few different ones, and they all link. Well, I've only got 3. But the 3 all link up. Or I've got my old ones as well. So I've got the iLoop.
Oh, that's
which
cool.
is my old one. And I also got sorry, not that one. I got this one as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Look at that advertisement right there. If that doesn't tell you to click the commit button, click the commit button.
Click the
Make
commit.
sure the bell's rung.
Do it now.
Do it. You
So
do
yeah,
it.
when that's all running next time, it's going to be epic.
Dude, that is epic, man. Yeah. So what I was going to show you before I so stupidly put it into the wrong page.
Yeah, you'll have to present again.
Dude, that was stupid wank. Dummy. Walk right straight into the wall type dummy, bro. I typed it into the StreamYard's webpage, right? And yeah. I promise I've been working on computers longer than a day. This one. Nah.
Oh yeah, and I've got something to show Ben actually as well. If Ben's still there, I think Jay might have already seen it. Let me just show Ben because he's joined.
Yeah, man.
I'll show the entire screen. So this is the behind the scenes panel, Ben, and I can now change the cost, and I've reduced the cost of the slot machine based on your idea, and I've also added the give command, which was Friends and Code's idea, I think.
No, that was somebody else's. I think that was Jay's.
Or whichever one. I saw a few ideas that were on the idea board before I actually cleared it. And I implemented them, so now I can, I can change the costs, and yeah, man, it's got a lot more stuff. I say I can do the direct commands, and I've got all-time stats now. It keeps all-time stats as well as session stats, and I made this bit collapsible, so it's just out of the way.
So, one of the things that I would give yourself is a database export, right, or a database backup if you don't have it. As a button that it just gives you a JSON or something like that you can suck back into it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'll do that. I'll ask it because I've got a subscription now, a real cheap one to the GitHub Copilot.
Yeah.
It's like $10 a month or something.
Man, tear it up, dude.
Try it free for 30 days. So I'm trying it free, and and it's pretty much going to make everything I need, and I'll be like, sweet, and then I'll probably just cancel it eventually anyway.
Yeah.
I need to add a delete button. Looks, I can't delete this poll that I just tested. Lol.
Bro, I've done that too.
Yeah. So I'll add a delete button. But that's this is the joy of testing everything, because eventually it will just be sick. Everything will work, and I'll be like, look what I've made. And the only thing that I haven't done is, like you say, I made this for myself, but it only works on this one YouTube channel. It won't work on my other channel because it's linked through the API direct to this channel. So there's nowhere in this dashboard to change the API settings. So that's something else that I could add as well. So
you know about OAuth, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Well, no,
You've heard of it is the better way to say it.
Well, I OAuthed this to get that API to work. So yeah, perhaps you could explain it.
No, that's just, I wanted to make sure that I understood that I knew that you knew about OAuth to get yourself logged in. All right.
Yeah, I got well, the AI told me follow the steps.
yeah, cool. It wasn't telling you wrong, man. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
So, speaking of AI, you came in and you heard some of those crazy songs, yeah, at the end?
Yes.
When it was talking all that smack.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to the person, but to about stuff.
Yeah, no, it was really good. Like some of it was, I mean, one of the bits, that AI just literally well, obviously it's not a human, but it literally had no breath control in terms of it was spitting on ridiculous syllables, like repetitively, continuously,
just consistently, no breathing.
Like, what the fuck? Literally, mate, honestly, it's a shame that you probably won't be able to route that song and play it now on StreamYard. I don't know if the audio will come through, but mate, it was like literally, I was working today, and I had it on the side in the background. When I wasn't on the phone, I just had it playing. It was like, I can't remember what the lyrics were, man. It was proper good.
Oh, here you go. So, Suno. Right. We'll go over here to create. Yeah, so these are my test songs. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's see here. Edge.
Yeah, one of them, the flow was pretty quick, and the AI was just popping off. Like
having a good go at it, yeah.
Does it use, like, I guess people have submitted their voices and it's just picked someone's voice to do it?
It's part of the genre of how the voices are chosen.
Right, okay, yeah.
Why didn't Edge start?
Yeah, funny enough, I couldn't believe the other day when I said to, I think, Gemini, I was like, write me some lyrics in the style of Tupac to California Love, blah, blah, you know, what I did on my stream the other night. And then literally he said, oh, do you want to hear the audio to that? So you can hear how to land the syllables in time to the beat. And I didn't even say yes. Like, I asked it for something else, and then it just generated it anyway. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's hallucinating.
Yeah.
But I listened to it anyway, and I was well impressed. I was like, in fact,
So-
you can generate it in seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can do, let's see here. Watch this. Right. We'll do a copy out of here, right? We'll come over here. We'll go to, I like Claude right now. So we'll go Suno mode. Damn it.
Soon, mate. You probably still know what you're talking about.
There it
There you
is.
go.
See my rules? Okay. I want a rap about a rap for my friend Mr. E. Remember, Suno is stupid about how it pronounces shit. I want to do some crowd work. Bam. Right?
Yeah. It's going to be like, what? I want to hear the analogy.
Oh, we'll do hype celebration. There we go.
Pick
History.
the top one, go back. Never mind.
You want the top one? You got the top one.
In fact, yeah, Mr. E. Yeah, that should be right. It's just because my surname begins with an E.
Yeah.
So that's why it was never like, I'm trying to be a mystery on YouTube. It was just when I used to make music a long time ago, I went under my actual name, Ian E.
Mm-mm.
My alternative to that for a while was just Mr. E. But it's such a common probably name for people to try and randomly pick, I guess. Or maybe not.
So here's the Suno command. Here's the lyrics. So we'll come over here. Let's stay out of this one.
Yeah, if it doesn't play, you may have to share a link or something in the chat.
Oh yeah, no worries. I got you. If it don't want to play, it's fine, and I will send you the link. Go back, damn it. Come in here. All right, now we'll put the style in. Back over here. Bam. Back here. Throw the lyrics in. Hit create. There we go.
Do you get to listen to a few different versions and go, yeah, I like this one. No, I don't like this one.
I get two of them, and I can just sit here and hit create until I might get carpal tunnel in my
You
fingers.
should have picked style boom bap or something.
Boom bap. Boom bap. Re-rocket.
Have you got a Claude subscription?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you on like mid tier or top tier or what you on?
Nah, this one's just the $20.
Yeah.
London grime influence, Manchester grimy, general UK hip hop, or pure boom bap, just UK slang forever. Yeah, we going pure.
I'll let you pick.
I'll go back with that.
Just UK slang flavour. I'm not sure. Oh, damn. Let's see what it does.
Right?
It's probably going to say something about clankers.
Yeah, well, he typed clankers into the damn chat.
Let's hope it does.
All right, so here's the first one. Well, I've already sent it to you. There's that one. Yeah, well, everybody gets to hear it just in case. I don't know.
I've got the chat bot saying submit an idea, but the idea ain't working yet. You know, I need to go and check this. Let me go and just look in YouTube at this link.
And then we come back over here. Can you hear it?
Yeah,
you can?
I'll mute my mic so we can play it. Then I can find StreamYard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair. Mr. E.
Here you go.
Yeah, mate. That's mad. I was gonna say because I can't play it to the audience.
Huh?
I'm hoping they're clicking on the link to have a look.
Can you hear it or no?
Yeah. I'm just gonna mute my mic again.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna play the second one now. That's pretty epic, to be fair. 2 secs.
What do you think? Proper mess up?
I'm still listening, man. This is epic.
All right, I got you.
We ignite today, Benjamin the whole right here. We celebrate together every time we appear. Mr. E. The whole community grows. Hey! Yeah, very good. Very good. Epic stuff. All right, guys, getting into with some heavy boom bap now. You can see the bars are getting more complicated.
Mm-hmm. There we go. There we go. This is more like the bars I was dropping last night. So we come over here. And we come back down here.
Yeah, the other song was hype though still.
Well, so like what's interesting to me, right, is I made some do you know what Tagalog is?
Say again, do I know the what?
Tagalog. It's a
No.
language.
No.
Okay, so if I said Filipino, you'd understand that, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so their actual language is Tagalog. Well, one of their languages. And I made some raps for their role-playing server, right?
Right.
But here you go. Let's see here.
I put one in the private chat. Let's have a look. Can you hear it?
Huh? I can't hear it. Did I kill it? Wait, I did.
That one's way better. Yeah, that's really good. That is.
This one?
The last one you just posted, I think. Yo version 001.
Yeah. Version 001 is me on Suno. And bro, you can use them. Matter of fact, I invite you to. If it's right for you, use it.
That's really cool, man. Can you just download it off the site then, can you? Or as like an MP3?
Yeah.
I can't see a download, but it's cool though. I can just save the link and then show people in the future.
You know how you stole the here. Suno AI. I think it's that. .mp3. Actually, I know what it is. It's CDN01. CDN01.suno.
Ben's back. He went away to have a listen then. I haven't fully listened to the last one, but it sounded good at the start.
Okay, so here we go.
I know, yeah, it does, doesn't it? It creates them so quickly. It's mad. But mate, it also creates apps really quickly as well. If you want to create something, these days, and you're not sure what to do, just start speaking to the AI, and it will give you steps. And before you know it, you'll have made something. And yeah, I mean, if you ever want to know how I'm doing it, I'll give you a full rundown of what I've installed and what I do. But there's so many different ways of doing it, so many different workflows. You can, different languages.
Yeah, Dev. So give me just a second. I'm trying to get you an actual download link. That sucks.
Don't worry about it, man.
That's all right. This is how we'll do it, though.
It's mad because there was a stream where I had somebody on a few weeks ago, and I was creating stuff on the stream for him, for him to use on his channel and his mixes and stuff. But I was just trying to demonstrate to him what he can actually do himself.
Right.
And he was like, and I made something for him while we were doing it, and then I sent it to him, and he's used it and everything. And I'm like, mate, just go and make a better one. It's so easy.
Right.
Yo, 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 1. Yo, 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 2. Yo, .mp3. Yo, number 1. I'm getting tired, man. What time is it where you are in America?
6:30. 6:30.
6:30 in the afternoon.
6:30. That's what it is.
So what time
damn
are you
Americans only. Huh?
What time are you streaming then today?
I
Like,
don't know. Probably
early
here
morning?
in a little bit. Probably here in a little bit because I enjoy my music more than I do the streaming. But I figured since I'm doing doing the music, right? That.
What I mean, what time was it in America today when you did your live stream? Was it like?
It was like early in the damn morning.
Yeah.
It was like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Can you get to that last link I just dropped in private chat?
2 seconds. Yeah, that works.
There you go. Now you should be able to download all those. And like, bro, if you come up here and you hit my anything, like you got it recorded right now. If you find anything on this thing that you like from my library, it's insane, bro. Right? Because if you look at my workspaces, there's 12,566 songs in just my workspace alone.
Crazy.
Right. There's
So
100.
People just play your library as an on-demand radio as well then?
Mm-hmm.
Like a radio station that just plays through and it auto, mixes or auto plays them.
Yeah. I actually have a vibe coded piece of shit thing that that will actually create them for me. It opens up Chrome, right, and gives 3 or 4 tabs, One is Suno, one is ChatGPT, and then another one is another ChatGPT and a couple other things, and the Botrix web page, right?
Have you got any apps that you've coded that you can show us, like any other sort of apps you've made? Or is it generally web stuff that you're working on?
It's all web, right?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
I don't do thick clients, right? It's not a thick client. It's all usually web page, right? So I could do what is this?
What's this for then?
This is the box. Oh, come on. No, that's the right password.
I was going to say I've got a little NAS, network attached storage, and it runs a little web server on it by itself, sort of thing.
I don't actually have access to my box software right now. Okay, so here's
That's something you better fix.
that. I'll log into the database and fix it. Let's see here.
About 20 logins saved for it.
It's for all the different. It's all because it's all on the same damn domain. Of course. And I've got this one, right, which I was already showing you. All right, so I can go, hey. Right.
Is this a local AI then?
Yeah.
Is this your local model that's running on that graphics card thing you're on about?
Yeah.
What graphics card is it?
It's a Tesla RTX 8000.
Sheesh. That's insane.
48 gig.
Is that yours then, or is that like a business one?
It's a company one, right? The server that I'm talking to has 2 of them in there.
Crazy,
right? Really, it is. I feel blessed, but we're running basically I'm running the Quinn 35 billion right now.
Yeah.
And this latency is how long it takes to respond. So 12 seconds. Right. And I mean, I can come in here, right? It'll tell you stuff like where I'm at, what I'm doing, right? And I can come in here and go, let's go like this, right? Go search for open claw vulns. It might not get vols. No, deny. It's not a code search. Go search the web for vul, I don't know, cats, and tell me how many different types there are. Right. And so the thing about it is that this one, it's got its own, we've got our own little web search thing. I've got HTTP in it, and it actually has, like I was telling you this morning or this evening for you,
you know, I was doing red team testing on it, right? I was intentionally running Python code to try to hack my way in and around this thing.
Well,
Right.
Around your own creations, you mean?
Yes.
Like testing them.
Yes. Yeah. Doing security tests on it. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And even if I don't get every one of them, you know, they're not going to come at me and say, you know, you screwed this up. So, and there it goes, right? And then I can go like, build me a tic-tac-toe game in Python. Right?
Yeah, this is what I mean about how amazing it is. Okay, and it's like tools required. Okay, yeah, you
I got to
print tool access, and see, it's fascinating. In fact, I had an issue because I was running a local model on my computer through a Llama. Because my computer's too old; it can't run LM Studio or the stack for it. LM Studio is too modern for my CPU or something. But anyway, Llama seems to be fine. So I was running the model through that, and I was having real problems with tool access. I was trying to use, open code and cursor. There we go. And yeah, just getting the tool access to work.
Yeah.
So for anyone that doesn't know, that's effectively, it's like getting the AI to do like edit the code for you inside your app, and it's just linked through the. Sorry, got a visitor brushing her teeth. Oh. Somehow you went backstage then. What happened there?
Hit the wrong button.
All
so
right.
Here, I'll show you something else before. Share screen.
Oh, I just pressed the button. Oops. That was my fault that time.
All right. So if you bring that up.
Yeah.
Right. So here's the DOS or the terminal version of it, right? And part of it is that I'm using a self-signed certificate to connect to the server, so this is a valid warning that is showing up here, right?
Yeah.
But right, I can come over here, right, and it knows that I was conversating, right, and I can come back over here and say, okay, interrupt. And then I can go build me a tic-tac-toe game in projects /tic-tac-toe. And let's make the tic-tac-go game in Python. Yeah.
What OS are you on at the moment?
Huh?
So Arch-based Linux yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Endeavor.
Yeah. Endeavor.
I don't think it likes this one, so let's go new. Hello. Did the web page break?
So one question I was going to say, with the local models through this, have you had any issues with them using the tools, like any tool issue, access problems?
Not that weren't self-created.
Right. So I hear that's one of the biggest problems with a lot of people using local models, is getting them to actually use the tools properly. And I had the same issue. And apparently that's why so many people loved OpenClaw, Maltbot, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been bought out now anyway, hasn't it? Changed names and everything, but yeah.
And again, stay the fuck away from it. Sorry for the language, but stay the fuck away from that thing. Right? All it takes is for that tool to go search a invalid web page, right? And it can take code injection and start, bending you over proper,
right?
Yeah,
and not
well,
even given a common courtesy of a reach around.
I've heard of all sorts of people having issues with it, and then I was seeing like literally two sides of the coin. And when I was watching on YouTube, it would be like, this bot's amazing. Look at all these things it can do. Another video would be like, I deleted my C drive. Don't install it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Right. So it's finally talking. Right, but here you go. It made my tic-tac-toe.py. Right, it's in the wrong damn folder, but right. So let's just do a new tab, yeah. And we'll go. Let's see here, ls. Right.
Big up to the 3 watchers that are still remaining. We did have 4, but we've lost 1. But big up yourselves.
There you go. If I could actually type and not do anything, right?
GG's.
Right.
There you go. Nice win.
But I didn't write any of that Python code, and it worked.
Mate, trust me, I know. Like Claude is next level at the moment. I was going to get a Claude subscription. The only reason I didn't is because I have to upload all my files into project mode on the site, and that's the way I've been using it anyway.
Yeah.
But I heard that the GitHub Copilot had access to an older Claude model anyway. It's pretty decent. Plus GPT, whatever models and other models.
Mm-hmm.
So I tested it out today, and in no time at all, it's just like changed my whole panel, like added a few features. You know what I mean? It's proper. It's good.
Just remember, don't feed it usernames and passwords, right? Don't feed it, be careful about feeding it, SFTP information to upload to your site,
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's where people get their, get bent over without the reach around, right? And that's why you literally, if you go look at my stream from this morning, right, at the very end of it was nothing but me trashing OpenClaw for their shit, right? Because, dude, it's an AI agent. Why the hell didn't you have it look at itself for security holes, right? And then if you go to their security page, they tell you that prompt injection, okay? Prompt injection is out of scope. Bro, you wrote a prompt injecting system. It is not out of scope. You're a POS for doing that, right? Don't do that to people, right? I mean, you seen what the disaster. I mean, one place was even calling it the greatest AI, sovereign AI disaster in modern history from OpenClaw, right? And that's why I made SteelClaw, and that's why I made SteelClaw's TUI, was to give us a platform that we could actually trust. So,
yep.
Anywho,
yeah,
man, it's been a great talk, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm sorry, I'm getting real tired now.
No, man, I understand, bro. You worked all day too.
So yeah, I'll probably end it here in a minute. But yeah, it's been great talking, and it's a great example of what the AI can do there, just showing that quick game of tic-tac-toe as well.
Yeah, I mean, start simple. Start with something that you know
about OpenClaw, because I've seen a lot of videos saying as soon as I saw what it was about, I started researching it, and the first thing I saw was people saying this is going to be a big security issue if it if somebody doesn't reel it in quickly. But I do believe it's now been purchased by OpenAI, hasn't it, or something?
Well, the guy went to work for OpenAI. It's still OpenAI has left it as a project,
Right?
But that's part of the problem, though, right? Right? Oh, you went and got a job at OpenAI, but you didn't even use their damn models. Their AI. You didn't even use their damn AI.
So
to
he didn't
fix
use
your holes.
their AI to make it. He probably used Claude today or something.
No. Claude would not let him do shit like that.
Right.
It would have dude. That's the thing about Claude. You can do right. So I'll show you this, and then I'll let you go. Right. So I can come back over here. Right. Do a quit. Right. I can do a Claude. Let's go do yeah, this one, and then we're gonna go cd steel claw, right? Oh, it's steel claw source underscore src, right? And we can do a Claude from right here, right?
Yeah.
I can do a review, right? Or it's a security review. There it is, right? You know, even if you tell your AI to please do a security review, it's an extra click, it's an extra enter. Do it. What's it really? I mean, you know, these are things like if you're going to try to give a product to somebody, ask it how to write testing code, right? Write a testing platform or write a testing scaffold, a testing platform.
It's funny
for
you
your
say,
code.
You know, you're just talking about my app. Well, obviously, it connects to an external database.
Yeah.
So, there are certain things just like to get around the hassle of certain things. I either put in warnings in my app or it effectively, like, I got around all the injection. And I basically said to the AI, "What's the security risk of this? And can you improve this and get around this?" Yeah. So I'm fully aware of it, but yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I can see that in your code, though, right? In the visuals of your code, I can see that you care enough to ask questions, right? And that's why I don't have a problem coming and talking with you and on yours, right? You know, is because I can see it in your visuals. You know, you went through everything.
Yeah. So
right?
some of the vibe coders, they do literally just, they've got like what I would call these nothing burger apps. Do you know what I mean? Like they're sort of like little wrappers that.
I think of South Park's when they had the Canadian, the Terrence and Phillip app on the phone.
Right. Funny.
I mean, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that you got to recognize something and that you got your computer to do something that you've never gotten it to do before. Good on you. Good on you, man. But now that you're coming out here to play with the big boys, ask it about security. Ask it how you can like give the farm away. Tell it, I don't want to make the news. Please make sure I don't make the news badly. You know, I mean,
unless you've got the money to cover it as well. I mean, some of these people are making money so quickly. I've seen this vibe coder, and there's a couple of them actually. I've seen two that have made like maybe 50K fairly quickly. They've just made an app. They've got it sort of working how they like to work in it. They're demonstrating it on a live stream, and then they've made a website with Stripe or something, and they sell it for like $20 a month, so people can use their app, you know. And because they're doing it every day, and they've had a few peaks of interest, and it's a new trend that's happening. People who don't know any better are like, "Oh, this must be the new thing. Like, I'll spend $20 and try that because everyone's trying Claude or this, that, the other."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And they're just spending like, you know what I mean, money on these vibe coded apps or like wrappers around things like Claude, and like what you're in now is, you know, it's a local
my local one, and or this Claude one, right?
Yeah, yeah. Through Steel Claude, does that connect it to Claude then through to an online service, or have you got a Claude model?
No, so I have the, like I was saying, the Qwen 3.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say Claude doesn't have a model, does it? I've got the Qwen model as well.
I could use the CLI, or I could put their API key, my API key in there, and use Claude, right? Or use OpenAI, or there's a couple other ones that I could use, right? But the problem with it is, right, I'm trying to be AI what is it? I'm trying to be AI independent, right? I don't need an online server, so to speak, to be able to do my AI shit, right? I want my own AI sovereignty, basically.
Mate, I think a lot of people do. They just can't afford it yet. But I do believe there's a lot of things that are being made that are gonna, speed up everything. Apparently, as well. I don't know if you've heard, but there's a way that obviously data is stored in binary, and there's a better way of doing it in like tertiary or some other name I can't think of, something like that anyway. And although they did try and start with that, I think the Russians were developing that. Binary took off or was quicker to develop because it was easier to get your head around. So they're thinking like in the future, because AI can actually store data now in this other format, or it can compress data down using this sort of compression technique that's similar to what you'd do if we'd built computers that way. So there's still ways to improve computers quite a lot as well.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of the things with the Steel Claw, right? My internal system prompts are very narrowly crafted, right? They're laser focused on what I'm trying to do, right? And you have to, when I was making those prompts for the internal, it was, hey, it's a Quinn model, and I need it to be. I need it to be as efficient as possible for tokens, right? Because I didn't want to be sending 30,000 tokens, 30K in tokens in every time, like what I do with Claude.
Yeah.
Right. So let's choose the right words here, right? Whether they're English, Spanish, French, I don't give a shit what words, what language we're talking in. Let's choose the right ones to speak to the LLM in the most efficient manner possible.
Well, that's one thing I found. I watched from these vibe coders, right, and they'll talk to the AI, and literally, it just comes across like they don't really know a lot about. Some of them do, some of them don't, but some of them don't know a lot about actual programming or the language. So they're like, oh, please review this and try and fix this, and and I'm thinking, if you know where the error lies, you could just be like, go to line 547. I've got an error in this function. I'm trying, it should be doing this. You can just make the prompt 10 times better and fix it way quicker.
Heaven forbid you copy the error message out of the console or wherever the hell it's showing up, right? Exactly. Or take a screenshot of it and send it in.
That's right. It. Yeah, I mean, obviously they've got a lot of the AIs linked into the thing anyway, so the AI just sees the error, but then it fixes the error, shows no errors. And then it's not working, and they're like,
and it still don't work, right?
And they're like, please review this, and it's like, well, hang on a second.
Yeah.
But anyway, mate, it's getting late now. I'm gonna go and get
appreciate everybody
late night snacks and go to bed.
Yep. You have a great and wonderful night, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining. Much appreciated.
Yeah, man. Big ups.
Great to have a chat, and I'll probably be live streaming, trying to once a week at least on a Wednesday, and I might go live even more often now I've set up this live thing.
Hell yeah.
At least when I'm doing a bit of vibe coding or just jamming, whatever. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and if you want to bullshit, like I said, if you ever want to bullshit about something or ask questions or any kind of thing like that, hit me up.
Will do, man.
And we can do an online one, or we can do closed session one.
Earlier today I created a new Discord community under Mr. E rather than under my other name, which is Pogazeus for the gaming, but I've just made a Mr. E one. It's going to be purely for this channel, these live streams, so it's there if you want to join it, if you use Discord, and I think the link's in the chat now. Look, so nice one. Anyway, I will end the stream. Peace out, man. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Talk to you guys later. Bye.